All right, guys, I've got the March 2023 Major Crate from Crate Club, and it may be hard to tell here, it's kind of cube shape, but this is the heaviest subscription box I've ever received in the mail. So really excited to see what's inside this thing. Let's pop these seals and see what we got this month. What's up, guys? Eric here with At Home in the Future, and I'm back with another Crate Club unboxing. So if you're unfamiliar with this subscription, lots of cool tactical and prepping gear and everything. Comes in a few different flavors. This one's kind of interesting. They have a quarterly box. It used to be all they do. That's called the general box. That's about $400. But they also have a monthly option. This is the biggest version of the monthly option. This is their Major Crate. So if you want to get this one, be sure to follow the link on the screen or down the description and save yourself some money. But really interesting stuff. Like I said in the intro, this is the heaviest subscription box I've ever received in the mail. Not the largest size-wise, but just weight-wise. It feels probably 15 or 20 pounds, so really not sure what could be inside this thing. So anyway, let's pop it open. I don't have any spoilers at all this month, so let's see what's inside. All right, I think what we're gonna have to do is open this up and get everything out to take a look. So here we go. Here is our overview. We'll take a peek at this and I'll unload everything. Seeing some interesting stuff, so let's get everything out and take a look. All right, here we go. Everything's all unloaded. Interesting mix of gear. You know, we'll just kind of go through the list here and see what we got. So first up, we have Absorbit's Wet Electronics Rescue Pouch, which is this thing right here. I saw on this side the bone dry stuff. I think that's the same people that make those firearm bags that we've received before. So it looks like, let's take a look at the package. It says all the stuff is used for. We believe rice should be only for eating. That's funny. Let's see our description here. It says no more running around frantically to search for rice to save your wet phone or AirPods or whatever else. Its patented technology extracts moisture and humidity from the contents of the pouch by wicking away moisture in a matter of hours. Okay, so I wonder if this is like full of those anti-moisture beads, just in like pouch form. Kind of interesting. You know, a lot of modern phones, the iPhone, I know a bunch of the Samsung phone for years have all been just about completely waterproof. So this isn't as big of a problem as it was years back. I remember like, gosh, 2010, 2014, like that era, like your phone like fell in a toilet or the sink or that sort of thing. It was game over and everybody's hunting down giant bags of rice to try to do that internet hack with that. But this is an interesting approach. You got some instructions down here on the side. So yeah, it could be useful. Probably not something you're going to be using every day or even maybe even like once a year. I don't know, but interesting to have. So that's from Absorbit's, a Wet Electronics Rescue Pouch. Interesting. Let's go with these next. Looks like we have a Razer Digital Low Profile Muff. Okay, so these look like shooting ear muffs, ear protection, but they digitally will allow some sound through so you can still hear, which is kind of a pain in the butt if you're at the firing range and trying to talk with some buddies about figuring out what you're going to shoot next. And can't hear each other. That's no fun at all. So let's pop the seal. It looks like what these do is suppress the really loud pops and everything, but still allow you to hear each other. So 23 decibels of hearing protection. I have from Walkers like some earbuds that kind of do the same thing. These are nice and bright, which is what you want, something nice and bright when you're outside shooting. So pretty simple. Probably pop, oop, there's your batteries right there. That's good to know. So pop some batteries in. You've got little mics on the outside that'll help you hear. Yeah, nothing fancy. The ear cuffs, nice and squishy, a little plasticky feeling, but you're not going to be wearing these all the time every day. Okay, that's cool. There's another place where you can plug in some hearing equipment and your volume and your power and everything on the side. So, all right, interesting. This is the kind of thing I would expect to see in Crate Club. Seems like we got several shooting related items this month, so that is cool. So that's it for that. Walker's Razer Digital Low Profile Muff. Pretty nice. That is nice that they are absolutely giant sticking off the side of your head, so that's cool. Okay, next up is the reason for the wait. I saw this when I was unboxing this, and that is this SME 2-piece shooting bags. So what you have here is, if you're out shooting, there you go, approximately 9 pounds too. There's your weight. But you can see from the photo here on the box, you're out shooting, you need something to put your rifle on, to rest on. You have a whole system here built just for that stuff. Trying to see if it has any more intel on the outside of the box. There we go. Let's see if we can pop open these seals and take a quick look. So again, not really my style of shooting at the moment, but this is the kind of thing, again, you'd expect to get in a Crate Club. So much smaller than I would have expected. A little rest there. Then we have a bigger version down here. You know what? That's hard to get out one-handed while I hold this other stuff, but you get the idea. So that is cool. It's got different ways to mount things up and connect it all together. Just a big sturdy item to have if you're into shooting as a sport. Very cool. So that is from SME, the Field Front and Rear Combo Gun Rest. I can't get that shot right now. I'm just gonna push this over to the side. And we got 2 more items here, including a pretty cool knife that I'm familiar with. Next up, we have the X-Attack Rip Spool. So that's this thing right here, which for some reason is a lot smaller than you'd expect. Just from looking at the picture, got a little bit of weight to it. I think it's got several little goodies inside of it. Let's look at this. Lots of cool little goodies built inside this thing. It's a lightweight, complete field repair kit, survival and bushcraft tasks as well. We got 60 feet of 30-pound test braided line, 50 inches of repair tape, a 16-inch cell needle, 550 paracord lanyard, which that doesn't really seem like that counts, just this tiny little bit of paracord on it. But yeah, you can see the seam of the tape right there, and it looks like this must be our cordage down there. And it unwinds here, let's see. Okay, so there's our needle built into this thing. So it's really just kind of like a really well thought out repair kit. So that's cool, having all that stuff put together. It holds that needle nice and tight there too, something to grab onto it or something that it's poking inside of. Let's see if we can get this plastic off and take a look. Okay, so here is our thread right there as well. So neat, it's a nice way to do kind of what a lot of people do with a Bic lighter, which is tie duct tape around that and keep that as like a survival tool by having really high quality materials and stuff built in to this little thing. It's a nice thing to have in your go bag or in your kit. So pretty neat. And then last up from Summit Knife Company is the Mount Olympus folder. Now this is a knife that I've actually received from another subscription before, but it's a surprisingly nice little EDC knife from a brand that you don't hear much about, but it kind of punches above its weight class a little bit. It has these cool, I think they're actually real carbon fiber scales. Let's look. Yeah, 2.75 inch VG10 steel. It's a liner lock, carbon fiber scales, brass colored hardware, 2.7 ounces, which is nice. There we go. Really nice action on it. Cool, if you're into this look, this kind of like black and gold look, it's kind of nice. Surprisingly smooth action, a little liner lock, which I'm not the biggest liner lock guy, but at least the pivot is very nice. I don't know if it's on bearing. Yeah, I think it is on bearings too, because it feels really smooth, but you can get a good sense of it there. Pretty handsome little knife. You got these little kind of finger cutouts that you would think you'd feel more in those scales. I found with this one that they're more for looks than anything else. I don't think you really feel it. Let's take a look at this pocket clip. So it is kind of a deep carry clip. You're sure gonna have some of that brass look accent sitting out for your lanyard holes there, but not too bad. Big long clip for sure. Should hold it in your pocket. Yeah, great little EDC knife from Summit Knife Company. Some nice jimping on the back there, a little bit of jimping on the bottom on this liner lock. So surprisingly comfortable. VG10 steel is great. It's got branding on the side there. Sometimes it normally has the type of steel kind of etched on there, but if you're like a name brand knife person that like really wants some street cred from your brand, this may not be from you, because I can't think of another Summit knife that I've seen out there besides these ones I've received in these boxes. But this is a surprisingly nice little EDC knife, better than you probably expect. So there you go. That is this month's Major Crate from Crate Club. We got this cool knife, we got the X-Attack Rip Spool, we got these shooting bags, we have these headphones, wherever I put them, here they are. We've got some sound suppression stuff with those, and then we got this little rescue pouch. So interesting mix of gear this month. If you want to get the subscription for yourself, be sure to follow the link on the screen or down the description. Let me know what you think about this one. Probably not my favorite mix of gear, but it may depend on what sort of hobbies you're into. If you're a big like shooter and love to hit the range and get outside a lot doing that stuff, this may be a perfect one for you. But that is it for this month's unboxing. As always, hit the like button if you dug the video, because it helps the channel out a ton, and subscribe if you want to see more unboxings and cool stuff like this. We'll see you next time.